So Lou Dobbs has been fired from Fox News. Now, I'm sure some of you have seen this already. Lou Dobbs was fired from Fox News after one day after, actually, Smartmatic, which is a software company, filed a lawsuit against Fox News for the disinformation that they spread around their company. Now, for those of you who don't know, Fox was already facing a separate lawsuit from another company, another defamation lawsuit from another company, and that company is called Dominion. Now, Dominion is the company that made the voter machines that were used in different places around the country, specifically some of the states that had mail-in voting that the Republicans were trying to get overturned and failed miserably, by the way. I want everyone to remember that this failed coup didn't work. But anyway, and Fox News have been saying that the Dominion voting machines were connected to Russia and that Vladimir Putin wanted Biden to win. All these ridiculous conspiracy theories. And Dominion sued. So Lou Dobbs have been saying things about Dominion. He'd also been saying things about another company who makes voter machines, Smartmatic. And Smartmatic actually filed a lawsuit against Fox as well. So after, Smartmatic files their lawsuit, Fox is like, hey, we got to cover our ass, man. And then they fire Lou Dobbs. Now, is this good that they fired Lou Dobbs? Now, from face value, you would. Now, is it good that they fired Lou Dobbs? Well, taking that face value, you would say, of course. Like thank you, girl. Of course, But yeah, you would say, of course, he's good. He's gone. This is great. Now he doesn't get to spread any more misinformation on Fox, although I'm sure he'll have a job at the Blaze or one of these other networks, sometime in the coming future. But yes, it's good to have him off of the biggest news network in the country, right? But there's just one problem. There are a bunch of other people who were spreading voter fraud misinformation on these shows. Sean Hannity, Tucker Carlson, who has the most viewed news show in the world, Tucker Carlson Tonight. He was spreading some of these allegations. Laura Ingraham was spreading voter fraud allegations. So you see, when you really look at it, Fox did not fire Lou Dobbs because they're spreading voter fraud allegations, because Fox doesn't care about integrity. They don't care about integrity at all. They fired him because they figured this could potentially help them not hurt their pockets, which the lawsuits are going to go through anyway. Firing them didn't really make a difference. But they're trying to change their public perception, and they're trying to distance themselves from the fringe far right, post-Capitol riot. Now, but they were flirting with the exact same things Lou Dobbs did. About, there was voter fraud, and you see what happened was there were all these fake votes for Trump, and we need to reevaluate this, and this is serious, and, all the lies. So they don't really care about integrity at all. They only fired him because it looked like it would save their own ass. And even that's not working, Now, this is not just limited to Fox News here. There were a lot of Democrats on CNN who said, hey, this is great. Lou Dobbs got fired. I'm so happy. This shows that at least the media has some integrity. Integrity. Last time I checked, how many people was it on Fox News on CNN who were pushing the Russiagate conspiracy? Pretty much almost everyone was pushing it. It was a lie. Trump was a measuring candidate for Vladimir Putin, and they had known each other since the 80s. And it was all a lie. It was made up. That Putin was somehow pulling the strings of Trump. And even till today, Hillary Clinton has a podcast, and we did a video on this a while ago where she says, I wonder if Vladimir Putin is pulling Trump's strings. I would like to see his phone records at the time of the riot to see if he was talking to Putin. You guys are pushing baseless conspiracy theories. Now, granted, it may not have as much of a real world consequence as the voter fraud conspiracy did, but it's still a lack of integrity. Also, Jake Tapper, he did a segment where he lied about Medicare for All. He lied and said it wouldn't save more money. Medicare for All saves $3 trillion over the course of 20 years compared to what Obamacare costs. And he lied. He lied. And even after he got fact-checked, he refused to come out and say, well, I was in error. So he lied. So misinformation in the media on both sides of the corporate media is not new. MSNBC as well has spread a lot of misinformation about voter fraud. Not voter fraud, about Russiagate. So I don't want people to think, oh, this is a win for integrity here. I'm glad Lou Dobbs is gone. I have no sympathy for Lou Dobbs. But if Lou Dobbs is going to be gone, that means that Laura Ingraham should be gone too. Tucker Carlson should be gone too. Sean Hannity should definitely be gone. And by the way, if you want to go over to CNBC and CNN, Jake Tapper should be gone. Rachel Maddow should be gone. Chris Cuomo should be gone. Because they all spread misinformation and they all spread lies when it's convenient for them. But when they're not doing it, they want to pretend like, oh, there's some hierarchy. So I am glad Lou Dobbs is gone because now people won't be indoctrinated by his crazy theories and whatever he has to say. But I don't want you to think for a second that this move by Fox was about integrity. This was strictly business. And once everything dies down, they will, in fact, go back to business as usual, just like CNN, just like MSNBC, and just like all the other corporate arms of the establishment media.